Okay. Yeah. So now, file, let me create a new scene. Can you hear me? Online join is. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. So we have created a new scene. In this scene, we are going to practice the prefab. Okay, because in so many places, okay, we can use a prefab in a different perspective. So you should know, okay, how to use the prefab, okay, because we are just making all the static objects, game objects also as a prefab, and we are using. That is one way of using prefab. Why? Because if you use like that, the compiler won't create many memories for the same object. If you are placing the same building 10 times, and if that house is still in the normal game object, then in that case the compiler will allocate 10 different memory. If it is a prefab, then if you are placing that prefab 20 times inside the scene, so it won't create 20 different memory allocations. It will create only one memory, and that memory can be reused again and again to draw in different places. That is how the memory management, the optimization is achieved through this prefab concept. See, for the prefab and game object, there is no much difference. But the main fact of using the prefab is to achieve the optimization. If somebody asks, okay, how to achieve the optimization means, okay, see, you are adding lot of components like a script, rigid body, that this and all, and you are making that as a prefab, and it is looking like a blue color. But how it is working internally means the normal game object, okay, if we use to do n number of times, it will create n number of memories inside the compiler. So the compiler has to occupy more space. So that is why, okay, the game will start lag immediately. But suppose if you are using the prefab concepts, the prefab concept is kind of a reusing the address. That is what the prefab method. Okay, so now let me save this scene as experience 9 controllers. First, for a shooting game, we have to create a gun. For the gun, we have to add the functionality like moving. That's it. Okay, so you can move forward, you move backward, you can move right, left. After that, you have to create a bullet, and you have to add all the bullet functionalities. Now, after that, if you press the fire button, then you have to make the bullet to appear from the gun mouth like that. This is the procedure. Okay. So first, let me complete the bullet functionality, and I will make that as a proper prefab. Okay, like here, game object, 3D object, sphere, reset it, rename this as bullet. After that, reduce the size. Okay, it is looking little big. After that, let me apply some material. Okay. I have created a bullet game object sphere. I renamed it. After that, under the script folder, let me create a script called bullet controller. Let me create a script called bullet controller. Okay, so first, whenever the bullet appears, whenever the bullet appears in the scene, it won't stand in the same place. Okay, it will immediately start moving towards to the forward direction. In whichever the direction okay you are shooting, okay, based on that, okay, it will go to the forward direction. Okay, so the first functionality is okay, you have to make your bullet to move forward first. Okay, so that can be achieved using Rigidbody.AddForce also. Okay, that is also possible. Okay, so now select the bullet component physics, add a rigid body controllers. I have a bullet, I have a rigid body. Now let me drag this bullet sphere inside my prefabs folder. This will be treated as prefab. I just drag and drop inside my prefabs folder so the color got changed. Yes, now I don't need this to be kept it inside the hierarchy. Right? Delete this. And let me create game object, 3D object. Don't go. Let me download the gun asset store gun. Select the filter free filter option. Let me use the revolver. Add to my assets. Continue. Import. So inside my project folder, okay, I will get that mm, teachable technologies. Inside that, okay, you can find a prefab like revolver bullet, revolver desert, and revolver green. So let me go with revolver desert. It is in the 000 position. It is looking very tiny. So this is my camera, and this is my gun. You can bring that slowly like this. This is a first person shooter kind of a thing. Okay, you can able to see only the. Okay, is it fine? Just for the time being, okay, you keep the gun like this. Okay, else, okay, you can. You want to show only the front part, okay, only the. That is what the first person shooter, okay. You can't see the whole character body, okay. You can see only the gun. Okay, so now I have placed the gun, and under the script folder, let me create a script called gun controller. Gun controller. Okay. So here I just want to make my gun to move left and right. That's it. Later we can add more functionalities. Now input dot get key code dot right arrow, then transform dot translate vector 3 dot right into 1.0f into. Okay. Done. Controllers attach this gun controller to the gun. Now, okay, fine. Gun is moving. Perfect. When you press the fire button, okay, let me take a space bar. You press the fire button, the bullet supposed to appear, right? Okay, so if input dot get key down decode dot space, I have to make the bullet to appear first. Yes. So if the bullet is just a game object means I can attach into the reference, but after that, if the bullet is disappeared, then I don't have any other reference to reuse. If it is just a game object, if it is just a, look, if this is a bullet, and if I give this reference here, this bullet will be disappeared after some amount of time. So after that, okay, I don't have any reference to reuse. So if you want to reuse again and again inside the game, then that should be in the form of prefab. So that is why I have already made a bullet prefab. Okay. So now public game object bullet. Okay, then game object temp variable. And once you declare the public variable called game object bullet, and this is a private variable, okay, this won't reflect it over here. Okay, I will tell you why I have declared two different game objects. Here, okay, you will get the reference for bullet. Can you see this? The gun controller, okay, I have declared a variable called public game object. So I supposed to attach the reference. So the reference is nothing but my bullet. Okay. Now equal to instantiate bullet. Basically, okay, how to make the object to be appear. For that, okay, we have a syntax called instantiate. We have a syntax called instantiate. Now what I'm doing, okay, I'm just instantiating what? Bullet. Bullet is a prefab game object that I'm instantiating. Okay, now wait. Okay, listen. Now let me play the this thing. Can you see the bullet is appearing on the space bar? Because of the gravity, it is going down. But here, I want to give the force towards to the forward direction, right? I want to give the force towards to the forward direction. So here what I'm doing, temp, then I'm using this temporary variable dot get component of rigidbody dot add force vector 3 dot forward into. See, once the bullet appears in the screen, I don't want to make the bullet to just stand in that place. Okay, I have to add the force. Force towards what? Towards to the forward direction. So that is why here I'm just assigning that instantiate object as a temporary variable. Why? Because okay, I will delete this temporary variable somewhere. I don't want to delete my original prefab. Okay, if you are not using this temporary variable, okay, if you are directly making the bullet dot add rigid body dot add force, in some places, okay, the bullet object will be disappeared. Okay, so we have a chance of losing the original prefab. So that is why, okay, here, okay, I'm keeping the bullet for instantiating. So I'm just assigning that to a one dummy object, and I'm making the dummy object to move. Like how? I'm adding force to that dummy object in the forward direction like this. Now control S. Hit the play button. Even a key. Okay. Let me. Force come here. Come. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? The force is. Can you see? I'm adding the force, but because of the gravity, okay, after some amount of time, okay, so the force will get reduced, okay, it will go down and it will fall on the ground. Can you see this? See? If you want to give more force, okay, you can give force, not an issue. Okay, else if you want to disable the gravity, okay, let it disable the gravity. It is keep on going. See, I have instantiated these many bullets. It is keep on going somewhere. Yes, it is keep on going somewhere. Listen. Now you have to look at one thing. Bullet is appearing and the bullet is going forward. That is not an issue. But bullet is not spawning exactly from the gun mouth. It is spawning in the center of the screen. Okay, so here you have to understand one thing that when I was dragging and drop the bullet from hierarchy to project, na, so that time the bullet I have kept it in the 000 direction. So when I'm dragging and drop the bullet from here to here, okay, so that time the original position of the bullet is 000. So now if I follow with this particular syntax, instantiate bullet, then the bullet will appear only from the default position of the actual prefab. My default position of the bullet is 000. So that is why it is keep on appearing in the center of the screen. But I don't want my bullet to be appear in the center of the screen. It has to appear exactly from the gun mouth. Okay. So you select the revolver, and if you open here, okay, you can find barrel, cylinder, extractor, print sight, grip board. Okay. But now my bullet has to appear from in this position. but I don't have any reference of that place. Yes, can you see here? See, I have a barrel, but barrel's central position is like this. Cylinder, etc. So I want to make my bullet to appear exactly from this gun point. Okay. So select the resolver desert game object, create an empty game object, rename this as a gun mouth. Then you can attach into the revolver and you click reset. The revolver position is like this. Like this. Can you see this? Exactly like this. Can you see? Yes. Controllers. You don't need to show the bullet by default in the scene. Okay, you delete it. We don't need that bullet. When you press the fire key, that time only the bullet's supposed to come. Okay. Now go to your gun controller script. Here you declare one more reference for the gun mouth underscore gun mouth. Can you see here? That is a transform variable. Transform means okay, it has position, rotation, scale, everything, right? Now copy this. This instantiate is a method overloading function. We can pass one parameter, we can pass two parameter, okay, we can pass three parameter like that. Okay, this is a method overloading function. So now I'm going to call the same instantiate with three parameter. One is the first place is the original object what I'm going to appear in the scene. After that, position, new vector 3. No, here we don't need a new vector 3 because here I'm going to use the gun mouth dot position. My bullet supposed to appear from the gun mouth position, comma. See, if my gun is like this, the bullet supposed to go like this. If my gun is like this, okay, the bullet supposed to go like this. Okay, so the my gun is like this. Okay, the bullet supposed to go like so. Based on this particular gun mouth rotation, here, okay, the rotation value will be like this. If I move, the rotation will change. If I move, the rotation will change. My bullet also supposed to be rotated into that direction. Then only it will go towards to the forward direction. Because here, the next line I am adding force towards forward direction. No? So here, same gun mouth dot rotation. Bullet gun mouth dot position, comma gun mouth dot rotation. Okay. Control S. Control save the scene. Select the gun. Here we have to attach the reference of the gun mouth. Okay, the gun mouth is the one which you have created, the empty game object. That should be a child of the gun. Okay, you can attach the gun mouth empty game object to your gun. Okay, then only wherever you move the gun, the empty objects also move along with the gun. Are you getting? See, inside the gun only I have the gun mouth, the empty game object which I have created, and I adjusted the position. Now click the plus. Bullet is appearing, but the bullet size is bigger, I guess. Can you see? It is bigger than the bullet. No? 0.1. Even okay, you can reduce. Is it fine? Okay. Override. Apply all. Can you see? You are not able to see. One second. Can you see? Can you see the bullet appearing? I reduce the speed to show. Okay. Yes. We refer the code. How many of you have done this? Any doubts? Tilok Smith. Is it working here? Justice? It's working. Okay. But if you look at your scene, guys, listen. If you look at your scene, see, 100 bullets appeared, and it is keep on there in the hierarchy. Suppose, okay, if you fired 1,000 bullets and it is not at all going from your hierarchy panel, if it is keep on moving forward, that will reduce the performance, right? After some amount of time, okay, you don't need the bullet, okay, because already it is out of control. It is already out of the control. Okay, either we have to write the destroy condition for the bullet. I don't want my bullet to be keep on appear in my scene like this, because this will drastically reduce my game's performance. After I used some amount of time, okay, I have to make it destroy from the scene. I don't want the object to be appear in the scene again. Okay. So here, what are all the conditions of destroying the bullet? Huh? No. Huh. See, if I collide with the wall, then I don't need the bullet. Or if I collide with the enemy, then I don't need the bullet. I have to destroy in that conditions and all. If I'm colliding with the wall, let it destroy. Or if I'm colliding with the enemy, let it destroy. Or if I'm not colliding anywhere, and if I keep on moving, so after some amount of time, I have to delete it. After some amount of time, I have to delete it. Three conditions to destroy the bullet. Okay. See, inside the bullet controller script, inside the bullet controller, not in the game controller. Okay, so now I'm going to write the destroy condition for the bullet. Okay, if the bullet collides with the enemy, that time it's supposed to destroy. If it collides with the wall, that time it's supposed to destroy. Or if it reaches some amount of time, then that time also you have to destroy. Three conditions. Okay, so in the bullet controller, let me create a on collision enter function here. If collision dot game object dot name is equal to enemy name or tag, let me go with tag is equal to enemy or first, if I'm colliding with the enemy, I have to destroy both the enemy and bullet. Yes or no? If I'm colliding the wall, okay, I don't need to destroy the wall. Okay, only the bullet has to destroy. But if I collide with the enemy, both enemy also has to disappear and the bullet also supposed to disappear. Are you guys getting? So now here, destroy collision dot game object. After that, destroy this dot game object. This means this indicate the bullet. Collision game object means enemy. This is one condition. Else, if the collision dot game object dot tag which is equal to wall, then destroy this dot game object. So now in the scene, create a plane, renamed it as ground, rename this as wall, and attach the tag as wall, and okay, here the tag enemy is capital. And for the wall, okay, you can attach the tag called wall controllers. Like that. And for my bullet, okay, let me attach the bullet controller script. I didn't attach the bullet controller script. I just created. Now only I'm attaching the bullet controller script. Why? Because I have written the logic for destroying. So now that has to appear on my prefab. So I drag and drop the prefab again into the scene and I attached the script. After that, I'm overwriting the file. See, apply all. So then only it will change inside the project window. Guys, now listen. Can you see the bullet? Once it collides with the wall, it's destroying. Can you see this? Listen. Can you see? Wall is not destroying. Only coins are destroying. Can you see? There is no coin in the hierarchy. Similarly, okay, add one character, attach the tag called enemy, and you shoot him whether okay that guy is destroying or not. Now you got the point, right? See, I have added the wall as a cube and I have attached the tag. That's it. And for my bullet, I have attached the script and I click override, and then only okay the prefab will once again resave with the new latest components. After that, okay, you try. See. Now, if I'm not keeping the wall in front of the bullet, it won't disappear. It will keep on go towards to the forward direction. See, it is not at all destroy. So if enemy comes, okay, that time it will destroy. But if nothing comes, okay, he will keep on go to the forward direction. Yes. So in the same bullet controller, let me create one function called public void destroy bullet. Like that I'm creating my own function. Okay, destroy bullet. Here destroy is not game object comma some time value. Okay, like 5.0. Yeah, controllers. I have to call this function inside the start function. Let's see. Yes, can you see this? See here, bullet is not colliding with wall or enemy. I'm pressing the space bar. Bullet is appearing, but after 5 seconds, it's disappearing. Can you see this? Okay. So now I have done my bullet, everything perfectly, it's working. So now you know how to use the bullet prefab. Okay, so basically bullet prefab contains the scripts. Okay, suppose now let me model. Okay, so I want to kill this guy. Okay, just a drag and drop. Rename this guy as a enemy or zombie or attach the tag as enemy. Add the capsule collider. See, previously, yesterday, okay, I was struggling to align that collider, but now if I give one and if I adjust the height value too, okay, it will cover the whole body. Okay. Now this guy, morning, okay, I have created the patrol AI controller now. Okay, so I can use the same thing because in the patrol controller, okay, it has walking animation. So walking animation will happen. So he will walk, but now I have to write a script. I have to write a script. Okay, if at all, if you want to implement this with nav mesh AI, okay, select the enemy, add a component, nav mesh agent, and morning like I have created a script called smart AI that you drag and drop. Here the player, the target is my gun. Gun is the actual player. Previously, okay, the target was player character body. In this game, okay, gun is the actual target for the zombie. Okay, so here you just drag the revolver here, drag the enemy here, select the ground, add a component, nav mesh surface, walkable, bake, controllers. You shoot it disappeared. 5 minutes is too long, so if you want, okay, you can make it 4. He is coming very fast now. Okay, let me reduce the speed equal to 1, acceleration equal to 4, speed is equal to 2, controllers, control D, control D, control D, control D like that. 1 second. Yes. Even okay, you can make the gun to rotate also. Now I have given only the right arrow, left arrow. Inside the gun controller, play controller. Right arrow here, rotate up, rotate down 15, 15.0. I will show you the code. You know, sir. Update ಆಗಿದೆ. Shit. Okay. I have already assigned right arrow, left arrow for moving, and here let me go with. Okay. Mhm. ಇಲ್ಲಿ മൊത്തത്തിലാണ് അത് எதுக்கு சைடில் தானே ஸ்பான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் ஓகே என்ன கொடுக்குறது என்ன கொடுக்குறது Is it fine? If you want to take a gun, okay, if you roam around, then see, I have implemented left and right arrow for A and S. See, A and guys are coming very speed. Let me make it 1, acceleration 2. Either okay, you can move. I have given only the right movement, left movement. No, because if you want to go with front back, you can go with WS also. You can make the gun to move forward back also. See here. Hmm. W means make it forward. S means back. Okay. But you can't able to make the camera to be follow, na? So attach the camera to the revolver controllers. So you can go forward, make it like some 3. Then only okay you can move very fast. Make all the enemies somewhere here. Where are they? No? Okay. You can increase the speed. Else, okay, you can make the rotation for your mouse. You're getting. Are you guys getting? Even like now, I made all the five enemies to be come in the scene at a time. So even that also, okay, you can make them to come one by one, based on the prior performance. Okay, now this is fine. Yes. If you add buildings and trees, okay, it will look nice. Now this is an empty field, you know. Yes. If you want, okay, I will share this code. See, for the enemy, okay, I have attached the nav mesh agent. Morning, we have created a smart AI. So if you know how to make a game within two, three lines, four, five lines, okay, you can make it. If you really want to improve your whole programming standard, means okay, you have to read the whole C# programming properly. Then you will implement as a proper objects components like that. But now this is how the concepts are working. You're getting right. These are all the concepts. Okay, here I didn't make you to show the shooting game and all. Okay, how to instantiate the prefab. Obviously, this is a game engine. If you want to learn the concepts, okay, you have to implement those concepts in the form of gaming only. Then only you will understand the concepts. Okay, see, if you want to taste the sugar rather than eating the sugar, okay, so we have to prepare a different sweets. Then only, okay, you have to feel the taste of sugar. That is how, okay, you have to learn the technology. Okay, so if you want to make a AR/VR application, means okay, you can't directly develop those things until you know how to use all these components. Okay, so this session, okay, you guys are feeling it. Okay, why we are learning a game development as a AR/VR session. AR/VR is a child of the game. Okay, before AR/VR has come into the picture, okay, we have a concept of gaming. Based on that game only, okay, they have figured out the VR technology and AR technology. So in the same AR/VR, okay, we are going to replicate the same concepts only. If you want to design, you have to make as a prefab, keep those objects. If you want to learn the UI, you have to follow the same procedure. Instantiate, same procedure. Collision, same procedure. Trigger, same procedure. Music, same procedure. Okay, so if you want to learn the concepts, okay, you have to take any use case. Okay, we can't directly take a VR thing as a use case until you are good at the basics. You're getting right. You're getting my point, right? So now, can you implement this? Can you develop this? Even okay, you can add score. You can add a sound. Whenever okay, you fire the bullet, okay, you can make the bullet sound to be appear. Okay, you learn the concept. Okay, you revise the concept again and again, so you will get a grasp. Okay, so this is how this is what like that. Okay, so let me share this script. Gun controller and bullet controller. Bullet controller. Okay, just to try to implement it. Any doubts for the online presentees?
No, sir, we are good, good, good going.
So even like now I can show how to instantiate the enemy also. Okay, I don't want all the enemies to come at a time. If you shoot all the enemies, Okay, then first I will make only 5 enemies to appear. If you kill all the 5 enemies, then if your score is 5, then again I will make one more 10 enemies to appear in the game. So based on the user performance, okay, I will make your difficulty level to be increased. Okay, so now see, rather than showing all the enemies together, delete this. Control S. Game object, create empty, make a enemy manager. Okay, enemy manager, reset it. Let me create a script called enemy controller. I want to make this changes to be saved. The changes is nothing but the name agent, the speed, the script, whatever I have attached. Let me override public game object enemy. After that, first I will show you okay how to instantiate enemy one by one. Okay, after certain time. Okay, if you know this logic, okay, you can implement according to your wish. Okay, so now let me create one more my default function like public void create enemy like that. Hmm? Okay. Now public transform start point. Okay, enemy will generate from one particular place now. Okay, they won't randomly appear. Okay, they will generate from one point. So that is why here I have given that point and enemy game object. Now inside the create enemy, instantiate enemy comma start point. Why here I have called only two parameter instantiate? Why? Because through the name is automatically the character will look at the player, okay, and he will go towards to that direction. But previously the bullet supposed to go always to the forward direction. That is why there I was calling it three parameter instantiate. Are you getting? See here in the bullet controller, can you see instantiate? Bullet is the first parameter, position, gun mouth position is the second parameter, and gun mouth rotation is the third parameter. Okay, but now here, hmm, here I don't want them to chase by the scripting because they have the nav mesh. So the nav mesh will take care of looking them and chasing them and moving them and all. I just want to initialize the position only. The enemy will generate from this position. Okay. Control S inside the start function. So we have one concept called invoke repeating. Okay. Invoke is the syntax that will call a function after certain time. Invoke function. Invoke repeating is a function, okay, that will call certain function with some time delay repeatedly. Invoke will call that function only once after certain time. Invoke repeating will call that same function again and again with some duration. Okay. Controllers invoke repeating. The name of the function is create enemy, comma 1.0f is the first time to start. Then after that 3.0f is the frequency to call or appear the enemy again and again. Okay, go to the editor, select the enemy manager, drag your enemy controller script here. Assume, okay, this red color cube is the place where the enemy zombies will start. Okay, now in the enemy manager, okay, let me attach this wall as a start point, and inside my prefab, okay, I have a enemy that I will drag and drop it over here. What is this? My enemy became this. Oh, I didn't save that as a prefab. Hmm. Rename this as enemy shooting enemy. Add a capsule collider. Add a nav mesh agent. And attach the patrol AI animation. Then attach the smart AI script controllers. After attaching this, you do one thing. Okay, you just drag the shooting enemy once again to the prefab folder. Okay, you will get the new enemy. It won't affect in the other scenes. Okay, I have created a new prefab. You delete it in the enemy manager. Okay, you have to attach this particular shooting enemy controller. Huh? Hmm. See, the enemies are created, but here it is difficult to find a target. Target is the smart AI, right? Target is the revolver. Called upon. But here okay, you are getting, I couldn't able to find the reference. If I leave only in the hierarchy, so I can access this reference. But when it is a prefab and when you are spawning, so that time okay, you can't access this reference directly. You have to access it through the code. How? Not patrol. Where is that smarty? Make this as public, not public, private, private. Through the script I have accessing. When I was using the patrol script that time, okay, I didn't attach the navmesh agent manually. Okay, I was accessing through the script agent, which is equal to get component of navmesh agent. So it will automatically access that particular enemy's agent. Now here the target is nothing but game object dot find with tag. Okay, let me make my revolver as a player. Okay, so here, okay, it will confuse, yes, but understand. Okay, because we have so many things under the unity. Okay, we have to do so many things, but this is kind of a basic foundation understanding training. So now see, that error won't come, it will automatically exist. Can you see? Can you see this? Color is not there. Tag is supposed to attach as enemy. Hmm? Can you see? Because I have kept the gun little down and the player are little big. Can you see this? So they are keep on appearing. See? Can you see that? See? So this is how okay you have to generate. So whenever okay you want to make any machinery, so in the packing machine, okay, if you want to show any boxes, has to keep on create inside, and if you want to move in the belt, and there you can show with the normal game object. It should be a prefab. See, in the conveyor belt, okay, you want to show some object used to be keep on generating and it is moving like this means. And in this place, okay, it will be moving to right side or left side. Whether if it is correct, it will move to right side. If it is a fault one, it will move to the left side. Like that, if you want to make any virtual application. Without doing this prefab concept, okay, you can't achieve that thing. Are you getting? Now I have decided the red color cube as a spawn point for my enemy. So he is keep on spawning with some delay. Similarly, okay, in any machinery or in any if you want to show any manufacturing process, you want to show that material or the box to be appear from one place. Okay, he will move the next box, the next box. Okay, so these are all the concepts. Try to understand. Okay, is it fine? I will share the whole project. Okay, I will share the whole project, but you just try to understand what is happening. Hmm? Is it fine? Even like you can add the sound, particle effects, you know, right? Okay, so you can add the effects, fire effects. When you shoot the bullet, okay, you can show that effects that should be appear in the mouth point. Are you getting? Ma'am, any doubts, ma'am? Any doubts? Suppose I will create the whole scene as a package and I will share it with you. You just double click and that will be added in your scene. And you can just run and check. If you couldn't able to follow, okay, so let me save this scene. The scene is experiment 9, right? Select the experiment 9, right click, export package. I included only the dependencies, not the whole project. Okay, only the dependencies. Export project in my desktop as shooting concepts. So I will get one package. So this is how okay you can share your scene, the whole scene to someone else. Okay, so now let me share this scene in the WhatsApp. You guys download it. Meanwhile, okay, you create a new scene in your project. You double click that, automatically it will ask you to import it. And okay, you can see that scene in your project and you can play like this. See? You can play like this. Just try, na? Like I've shared in the WhatsApp group. So like that, okay, so you can add the functionalities related to prefabs. Are you getting? Is it fine? Huh? Ma'am, any doubts? Prachi, ma'am.
No, sir.
Okay. Can you able to implement it, or I have shared that scene file, ma'am. You just
Yes, sir.
implement it in your project and you can check. No? See, if you have see one more thing that you can create a script, and that time you will assign the name. So that name is only for that particular script. Okay, you are not supposed to use the same name for one more script. Suppose when you are importing my scene, that time in your project, okay, if you have already created the script based on this particular name means okay, it will throw the error. So you have to rectify that problem. If it says that this is already there means okay, so you have to figure out in this filter option. Okay, you select only the script part. Here okay, it will show you all the scripts whatever okay it is there inside your project. So that time, okay, you figure out, okay, two scripts are in the same name, you can modify it. Okay, are you guys getting? So these are all the issues will come. So you might be used some name, and while downloading any package from the internet, okay, there also, okay, some other script will be similarly like your script name. So that time, okay, it will overwrite, or both the scripts will save inside in the different places. So that time you will get an error. Okay, except that problem, okay, you can use it directly. Hmm? Any doubts? Any doubts? Yeah, good. Justice, you done? Amrut? You can understand the concept, right? So I'm done for the day.